Welcome.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you today, Jacob?
I am good. How are you, Connor?
Pretty good. Pretty good. How's the audience today? It's good to hear. Glad that the children are doing okay, Helen.
I feel like this turned into like an episode of Dora the Explorer, like awfully quick.
Just a kids show.
Yeah, where they like fucking wait for you for like 15 minutes to answer a question, and then you're like, it like kind of circles it a little bit. That's right. This isn't interactive. You're just pretending that
like
it
that.
is. Like, I don't.
It could be
Isn't that a thing?
an interactive podcast.
No, not the podcast. Jesus Christ. We have to like do it live or something at that point.
Yeah. Let's not do that for a bit.
So we just posted on the Instagram our pre-episode poll.
Yes. Yeah. What is worse, a giant centipede or a giant spider? I don't know.
I did have a couple of centipedes in my house within the last week. I got one of them, and actually one of my cats fucking trying to prove her worth. You know, she fucking killed one for me, so that was cool.
That's how you pay rent around these parts.
She didn't try to eat it or anything because like I think they're not supposed to.
Yeah.
But she just pounced on it and fucking smushed it. Like,
Fuck
let's
you, bud.
go, dude!
Fuck
like
you,
hell
bud.
yeah.
That's dope.
There was a wasp in my house yesterday. That was less fun. Because there was a fucking cat and a dog chasing it around. I was like, I don't want you to get stung. Fuck.
Just a wasp loose.
Yeah, I got it shut in the bathroom and then fucking tried to hit it with a shoe and missed. And then I just ran out of the bathroom. I
Fail.
was like, oh God, no. I fucked up. I'm sorry. I feel like, shit.
I have to go with centipede. Because if you never experienced a house centipede, like, I'm okay with like the
outside ones are more like
slick
worms.
Right. But
Still
the
creepy,
inside
but
ones
house
just have
centipedes
those
are fucking awful.
spider legs and just hundreds of them. And they just slink around, man. They're just fly.
Well, see,
They're
I don't
terrible.
I think spiders are more sly. Spiders seem smarter than centipedes for some reason. Like centipedes are just kind of like
Ah!
there's there and all of a sudden like I'm running. And spiders sometimes, you know what I mean? Like they'll see you coming and like
Juke
try to
ya.
dodge you or like that come at me bro shit, you know? The spider seems smart. Yeah, there you go. Fucking Crab King over there.
Yeah. I'm gonna get you.
I think I'm gonna go spider. I think spiders are smarter. And then like when you have like trapdoor situations too, where you're just like walking, and all of a sudden it's just like boom, just grab you. Like, plus they're no, they're both fucking awful, and
They really are.
I don't really know if I can definitively say one way or the other.
I feel like I could reason with the giant spider though. Like, hey man,
make a deal
we're
with the
good,
devil,
dude. Like, I won't hurt you. You won't hurt me, and you just be like, you can't hurt me, and then just jump on me. I'd die.
So what are we talking about today then, Connor?
Well, we talked about giant centipedes and giant spiders, but we're going to cover the giant spider.
J'ba Fofi.
Thank you.
You'll be hearing a lot of that.
Yeah, I don't know
Specifically
how to
that
pronounce it.
soundbite.
J'ba
Fofi.
Fofi, I believe is how you pronounce it.
Oh, sorry,
but,
my emphasis was incorrect.
but we will be just replacing every time we're referring to the giant spider.
Fofi.
Correct, yeah. It's today's topic, the giant spider.
Yeah. So, like we said, giant spider. Specifically, I mean, J'ba Fofi. J'ba Fofi. I believe translates directly to giant spider. It's also commonly referred to as the Congolese giant spider.
Because it's found in the Congo.
Typically, I guess there is a lot of other large spider sightings outside of that. We'll get into some of those. I don't really know yet how we're going to, like, what we're going to refer to this episode as. But I guess it typically seem to resemble a tarantula in most of the instances that I'm seeing.
But like 5 feet,
I saw,
6 feet
like
long,
4 to 6 feet
fucking,
typically. Just fucking massive, disgusting. I hate it.
Apparently, they have also like if you can imagine a 4-foot spider's web, like that's a thing. People will just get tangled up in that shit.
That's awful. It's like just imagine like walking through a regular cobweb, how shitty that is. You're just like
giant
inconvenience
one.
your
Like,
whole fucking
God,
week.
this is all sticky and gross,
Dude,
but it's
going
3
out
inches
in the
thick.
fucking morning is the worst. to fucking take the dog out in the morning and just like literally with just like a fucking giant ass garden spider just like walk into a mass. I can't even imagine. It's like one of those is like a couple inches.
Yeah,
I can't imagine like a fucking 6-foot spider.
Just a fucking rope of the strongest silk known to man.
I saw. Oh shit. I'm gonna have to find that before the end of this.
Picturing like a company that starts making clothes out of J'ba Fofi fibers. Like,
Out of what, Connor?
J'ba Fofi. If you're not familiar with what a tarantula looks like, I mean, you live under a rock. I'm not sure.
Fucking all right. So if you've listened to the podcast, we did a Shadow People episode that wasn't fantastic, but we had Morgan on there.
Yes.
Fucking one of the first times I hung out with her, we went back to her house and she had a tarantula, and she's like, so we went back. She's like, "Do you want to meet my tarantula?" I was like, "Fucking sure, like that's fine." And so she convinced me to like pet it, and then she just like set it on my leg, and, like that was just an okay thing to do. No, that was fucking awful. It was a horrifying experience that haunts me to this day.
That's terrifying.
And she's been one of my best friends for fucking a decade now. So
That's how you meet weird people. I remember a kid in elementary school. He didn't bring spiders, but he brought giant hissing cockroaches that were like 3 inches
also
long,
awful.
and like brought them to show and tell. And I was like,
"Why do you
check
guys
these
think I'm
out?"
weird? What do you mean?
He was like, "Yeah, I've taught them. Good for you, man. But like, keep those the fuck away from me."
Yeah, dude, they're gross. Anyway,
As I said, they're found deep in the Congo and Missouri.
yeah, I mean, if we're specifically talking about
J'ba Fofi.
in regard to that, yes, they would live in the Congo and hunt similar to like a trapdoor spider, kind of like we talked about earlier, where they would like lay out a complex series of webs between trees, then wait below in small burrows disguised by leaves until their meal was stuck in the web. I feel like those have to be like a big pile of leaves. But I guess if it's just like camouflage,
It's 3
instead
foot
of just
ropes across the
it's
ground.
hiding underneath. Yeah, would the webs be thicker?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, so
Or
I'm
you
gonna fucking
just-
do this now. There's a comment on this one that I had read in relation to like somebody spotting a giant spider in Missouri. The comment on here is, "These spiders do exist. They were brought over by American scientists to study strength of spider silk. Spider silk is extremely strong and flexes. Scientists hope to discover the secrets of the silk strength in order to help manufacture stronger steel cables and materials for applications for construction and space exploration. If James," who was another person who commented on this very skeptically earlier, "will check Darwin's bark spider and read carefully, he will find that spider webs can be as big as 80 feet. This is not rubbish. It is fact." This was posted by Kim on June 27th, 2015.
Just kidding. That was me. I did that.
In 2015? The foresight on this guy.
I agree with that statement.
I guess in the Congo, they are considered to be extremely venomous and supposedly known to kill humans. Do you want to do these by date?
Yeah, let's start off with the
as best we can. So Symes, I believe, is how you
Arthur
pronounce that.
Symes,
Yeah,
an English missionary. Yes, 1890. Him and a group were traveling near the shore of Lake Nyasa, Uganda. A few of his men got entangled in the thick spider webs like we talked about. Imagine cutting those off somebody, like you're fucking stuck in that. They're sticky. Oh. That makes me so uncomfortable. Apparently 2 giant J'ba Fofis.
Two giant spiders.
Yeah. Hopped out and like went to attack these dudes. Like what spiders do. Fucking Symes shoots a gun. I was presumably at them. He had misses, but they run away. And he like frees them, and then they shortly die afterwards because they had already been bitten.
They got bitten, but not like sucked dry, but they was like...
I don't think they like sucked them dry.
Isn't that what spiders do to...
They roll them up in their webs
They
and
roll
then
them
take
in the
them
web and
away.
then suck them.
I think that takes a couple, like a little while. But
I don't think they take them away. I think they just eat them there in their web.
you think so?
Yeah,
Is that how
dog.
tarantulas work? I'm thinking of like smaller.
Oh, maybe
spiders,
tarantulas where they would like drag it under, like trapdoor spiders would like drag it underneath shit.
Yeah,
I think tarantulas just kind of like pounce on it and eat it.
I'm more thinking like spiders that like catch like flies and
Yeah, I was
their
thinking
webs.
seeing tarantulas eat crickets where they just like
Smaller
climb
ones.
on it and eat it.
Yeah. Damn, dude. They've been around for like 380 million years.
Fucking spiders. I have a little bit about spiders.
Okay,
we'll get into
good. I didn't get
later.
any. I'm interested to know more about spiders,
It's a couple of, mostly one specific spider.
so I can be that much more terrified of them.
Yeah,
Thank you.
exactly. So that was Symes.
That was Arthur Symes.
All right, I'm going to move into this story from the Lloyds in 1938. This is a pretty popular one. This one was like everywhere. This is the one that everybody talks about. So there was a Reginald and Marguerite Lloyd.
Class names.
I guess they like told a noted cryptozoologist, Greg Eberhardt. This is like where this story comes from. But the Lloyds were out exploring a remote location in what was then known as the Belgian Congo. I had seen in one specific place that they were on their honeymoon, but I don't know the validity of that. Regardless, they're out exploring a remote location in the Congo when they saw something step out in the road ahead. He began slowing down the truck, thinking it was a monkey or a jungle cat of some kind, when he realized that it was a giant spider with a 5-foot leg span.
Fuck.
Startled, they both reached for their cameras, but by the time the creature was gone before they could get a photo. Marguerite was supposedly shook to the point that they like left from their trip and like went
Yeah, we're
back
going
home.
home.
Like, no, we're fucking done. We're
I
going
can't
home.
be here.
This is it. We're done.
I feel that.
Yep. I also shit my pants. Like, no way, dude. I'm not getting eaten by a fucking spider. Like, oh,
Nope,
I
I
in my
cannot
notes, I
sleep.
literally wrote, I too would have noped the fuck out of there.
Thank you, Past Jacob.
Talking points.
That's awful. Where was that one at?
In the Belgian Congo.
Okay. Is that different from the?
It's
Congo?
just like what it was referred to at the time. It was
Oh,
what would have been like
it's the Congo now, but
owned by
yeah,
I
Belgium.
don't, quote unquote.
Something like that. I don't know anything about history. But speaking of history, let's get on to World War II stories. I've got a couple of them. So one of them, this one doesn't have a name. It's an Australian soldier.
Oh, okay. This is the
Kokoda track campaign of World War II. I have no idea what that is. It's some sort of
It's a trail, right? They were like mapping a trail or following a trail. It's in Papua New Guinea, yes?
Yep. Anyway, this Australian soldier came upon a large web 10 to 15 feet across. Inside the web, he saw a spider the size of a puppy. He described it as being all black with a thick, hairy body, like a tarantula.
Yuck. The size of a puppy is so that's not a good sizing. There's a lot of different sized dogs, first of all, and like dogs are considered puppies up until like a long time. Like even at like, because I had 3 months old, like yeah, that's still a fucking puppy, but
Easily.
that thing, like if it's a big breed, like that thing could be easily
Very
40 pounds,
large,
50 pounds, like. Plus, my mom's dog,
Yeah.
she got that thing, and it was a puppy like big enough to take home, and it was smaller than a fucking Coke can.
Yeah, tiny.
That's not that big. Morgan's spider was bigger than that, dude. Like,
The spider could have eaten your dog.
but like if it was my dog, like at fucking 3 months, like that's a fucking 40-pound dog. No, dude.
It's got to be more specific than that Australian soldier.
It's not very specific, but it definitely is like 10 feet was it 10 foot web?
10 to 15 feet.
That doesn't seem that big.
I mean, that's probably this room.
Yeah, but like if that
Even
there was
bigger?
a tree there and a tree there, like a spider's going to set up between like from this tree to the next closest tree. If it's fucking there and it's 10 feet
10
across,
feet
like
across.
yeah, it's fucking.
Two of me laid head to toe.
I don't feel like that's that far. I don't think a 10-foot web is that big. Maybe, I mean, if it's 10 feet,
How is it
15
getting
feet
from
in diameter?
one side to the other?
Originally, it walks down the tree, walks up another tree, then it has one that it can go back and forth on and do more shit.
That's fair. It seems like a lot of work, though.
I feel like spiders do that all the time. Like, small ones will, like, fucking float off in the wind and shit. But
I feel like you
these
get
ones
like
are
a
way too
5
big.
or 6 centimeter, like inch one, and it's like, that's pretty big spider web.
I mean, in your house, yeah, but we're talking like outside.
I guess. I don't spend a lot of time outdoors, I guess.
Maybe I don't have a fucking good scope on the size of the spider web. I mean, if it's like 15, like all the way around, like that's probably, I mean, that's a big spider web. If it's 15 feet diameter, that's a big spider web. I'm just thinking like across that long doesn't seem unrealistic. The size of a puppy is not very descriptive, but it was notably
a very large, web.
spider and a large-ish web, depending on who you ask. I don't know.
That's this Australian soldier. And I like this next one. It's also from World War II. Craig reported this one. Apparently, his grandfather was stationed near Port Moresby in Papua New Guinea again.
Moresby?
Okay. Did I say it weird?
No, I've just never heard the name Moresby before.
Not Mosby.
It threw me off.
In Papua New Guinea, when the man happened upon a giant spider, the spider was emerald green and shiny, but appeared not to be hairy at all, like you would expect a tarantula to be. The strange green spider had built a 3-foot-long web, so this is very much less than the last story, which 3-foot web seems pretty doable after our last conversation about webs. But apparently Craig's grandfather was so scared he killed the giant spider with his machete.
Fuck yeah, he did.
Fucking badass grandpa.
So he just kills it. I mean, at that point, you then presumably like have time to have like a solid look at it. Like, cool, it's been cut in half with a machete or whatever. Like, it's obviously dead. You can see it then probably and be like, yeah, this is definitely a fucking spider. Like, holy shit.
The validity of this story dies when it's Craig's grandfather.
The validity of a lot of them I have some issues with. So we'll get into that a little bit too. As I want to talk about this William J. Gibbons individual. This specific bit is just from an article on the Mysterious Universe website. I'll have a link to that in the description. So he didn't see them, but he got a lot of information from native tribes in the Congo about them. So this is just a quote from that Mysterious Universe article, link in the description. William J. Gibbons was able to glean more detailed information from the
J'ba Fofi
during one of his many expeditions to the Congo in his search for the Mokele and Mbembe. Through various conversations with local tribes, it soon became apparent that not only did the natives know of them and see the giant spiders on a fairly regular basis, but they had a good deal of knowledge about their behavior and life cycle. For instance, the eggs of the spider were said to be white or pale yellow-white and around the size of a peanut, which were laid in clusters wrapped in webs in the underbrush and which were widely avoided by those who came across them. The newly hatched young spiders were said to be bright yellow in color with a purple abdomen and gradually became dark brown as they matured. The preferred method of hunting was said to be laying in ambush for prey by weaving a series of webs between trees on either side of a game trail and lying and waiting in a ditch covered with a pile of leaves woven together with webbing and said to be reminiscent of a pygmy hut. The natives claimed that the venom of the spiders was powerful enough to drop a full-grown man in seconds. Interestingly, Gibbons was able to learn that the
J'ba Fofi
had once been common and had the unfortunate habit of sometimes building their nests near human settlements, but that they had become rarer over the years, suggesting that their numbers were perhaps dwindling or that they had been driven by habitat encroachment further into the depths of the jungle. Gibbons was able to track down accounts of giant spider activity in the steamy jungles of Africa as recently as the year 2000, when he heard from a chief in the Baka tribe that the
J'ba Fofi
had built a nest near his village in the wilds of Cameroon. Gibbon's information is very intriguing to me, not only for the details, but also because it demonstrates that the tribe in the area of the
J'ba Fofi.
The tribes of the area saw the
J'ba Fofi.
as a very real flesh and blood creature and a real part of their world. The detailed descriptions of the
J'ba Fofi.
life cycle, with the mention of the eggs and the changing color as the juveniles attained adulthood, suggests that to the natives the giant spiders were not merely some sacred spirit or revered creature of myth, but rather regular, albeit dangerous, jungle creatures like any other. End quote.
It's quite the story. What year was that?
I don't have a year on when he was there looking for Mokele and Mbembe, but this is just information he is getting from. It appears multiple tribes that they're giving him just
feeding
very basic information, like this is what the eggs look like, this is what they look like when they're young. As they get older, they start to look like this. This is what they do when they hunt. Like,
I would assume there's a bit of a communication barrier between the translations.
I assume you then have a translator with you.
Okay.
I don't have a ton of information on that really
likewise with a
but,
bunch of these other ones. So
I mean, he's there looking for something else. He's there on regards of Mokele and Mbembe.
Yeah, he wrote a book about it, right? Okay. Research.
Did he write a book about it?
I don't know.
Oh, fucking! I thought you knew something I didn't.
I thought I remember him writing a book about it, or somebody having a book written about Mokele and Mbembe.
I'm sure there was a Mokele.
That.
Let me open my Mokele and Mbembe notes.
I'm not going to do that. I don't even know if they're saved on this computer.
So, I guess moving on.
Should we move on to Louisiana?
Yeah. If you have that one, I will. Yeah, do it.
All right. In 1948, on their way home from church one evening, William Sladen, his wife, and 3 grandsons saw a giant spider along Highway 171. They watched as the spider, which was apparently the size of a bathtub, only hairless, or only hairy, emerged from the ditch, walked across the road right in front of them, and then disappeared in the bushes on the other side of the road. Apparently that family has never walked that stretch of road ever again. I
wouldn't either. If I saw a fucking bathtub-sized fucking spider, I would literally just leave. Get as far away from that as you possibly can. Have you not
size.
Seen the movie Arachnophobia? Eight-Legged Freaks? Arachnophobia is also good, but those weren't giant spiders. They were just super poisonous spiders.
Man, maybe that's what I should do tonight.
Watch that Eight-Legged Freaks?
Yeah.
Or you can stay up and game with me.
Probably. Why not both?
Anyway, Louisiana. Was that the end of that?
That was it.
Okay.
Again, not a ton of information.
I'm going to go... Well, actually, I'm going to do this one real quick, just because... Do you have anything...
Dude!
This is in 2001. Do you have anything prior to that?
I think I do.
Why don't you do that then?
All
just
right,
keep it kind of like in year sort of thing.
So we got Louisiana.
Yeah.
We're still in the States. Kentucky.
Okay.
It's the year was 1981 or maybe 1982. The article literally said that.
Okay.
So Robert A. was mowing the grass for his elderly father. The day was hot, so he was stopped to take a break underneath the shade of a tree. He heard something moving above him in the tree, and he thought it was a squirrel at first, until he turned to see the largest spider he had ever seen. It was as big as a hubcap and black in color. So he decided to run home to get his gun. But by the time he got back, it was gone.
I mean, isn't that just like a spider, though? To I'm going to go get something to kill this with, and you come back, and it's just fucking gone. You're like, what do you mean? Where are you?
Yeah, I was going to shoot you.
Man, this is also, I assume you've seen the Harry Potter film or read the books where they have to deal with the giant spiders. I don't remember which one that is. Probably the second one.
Internet help in the comments below. Just put what movie that is.
It was in the film version of Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Aragog was a massive animatronic creature. He was a big fucking spider.
Terrifying. but you also have the abilities of magic, so evens itself out.
Expecto Patronum. Was that the end of that one? Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was it. Spider bailed.
So I wanted to include this one just because it was the only one I saw in England. But this one is coming straight from paranormaljunkie.net. I will be linking to that one as well. So, England in 2001, when a woman named Sheila was driving along Nottingham Stone Bridge Road. And while she was driving, she saw something moving in the distance. And at first, she thought that it was a hedgehog walking towards her, but soon realized that it was no hedgehog. It was a huge spider. She claimed that she did get a pretty good look at it before it ran away. And this spider's body was about as big as a small dog. And if you combined its body with its legs, she believed that it could have been about 2 to 3 feet long.
Porcupine are pretty big.
Hedgehogs are definitely big, but like I feel like it's really hard to fucking confuse Sonic with a spider.
Yeah, right.
Also, how do you feel about the Sonic movie?
I've heard that they're going to make some changes to the way he looks before they release the movie based on how the internet has reacted.
Have you heard the conspiracy theory that they just did that on purpose for like when the internet got into an uproar and then it'd be like, okay, we'll change it. Like they already had it fucking set ready to go.
Just click of a button.
I feel like if they did that, that is like some fucking 200 IQ big brain plays right there, dude. Like
thinking way ahead.
That's the fucking long con instead of just like releasing it. And also like why Gangster's Paradise in the song for the trailer? Why is that? Couldn't you like
I have no idea.
The character is fast. Like why like the slowest fucking song that you can fucking possibly ever have?
Why not Dragon Force, dude? Why? I would watch the shit out of that. I'm gonna go play Sonic and listen to Dragon Force.
That's what I was just thinking, dude. Like I'm gonna fucking immediately just everything wrong with the Sonic trailer fixed. Just fucking change the song to Dragon Force.
Done.
I like it. I like it.
Can mail our check to beep.
P.O. Box
non-existent. ...
So I do have another one from the States. I have it in my notes. It's Missouri, dude.
Missouri.
So this one, the only place I found it is on cryptozoologynews.com. I did not find a local article or anything
to cover up
anything about it. So I'm not saying that they definitely made this up, but like they maybe definitely made this up. So this is coming straight from that website. I'll link to it in the description if you want to go check it out. So, quote, L. Smith, 45, claims he saw a strange, quote, hairy critter he wasn't able to identify. The creature, he says, is at least 5 feet wide and has, quote, long, hairy legs that look like a spider. I'm lucky to go fishing almost every weekend, wife allowing, so I know what kind of animals live around here. I have plenty of experience around the woods and the river. It was around noon. I sit down a few minutes for a smoke when I start hearing dry leaves moving on the left. I turn my head where I hear the noise and see a huge long pair of hairy legs grabbing my canteen that I had just placed there a few seconds earlier. Sheesh, it scared the bejesus out of me. I almost swallowed the smoke. Smith says the incident only lasted a few seconds and that he wasn't able to get many details of the creature. Quote, it was fast. It felt like like when a spider catches its prey. I can tell you the hairs on its legs looked black, very thick. Attached to the leg, it reminded me of quills of a porcupine. Only I guarantee you that it was not a porcupine. Porcupines don't have long legs like that. You seen those spiders from the cartoons when they come out of quicksand? Something like that.
When did they do that, dude?
Smith investigated the area where he claims the incident occurred, but wasn't able to find a hole on the ground where the alleged spider made its appearance. I know people won't believe me, but that thing is something you'd find any place in America. I don't believe it either. That thing measured, I estimate, around 5 feet wide. Again, I was not able to find this claim anywhere else, so unless they're out doing the interview and this is the only, you know what I mean? Or like, I don't fucking know, man.
I want to believe this guy. He started
Maybe
to
he
sound
wrote
out
into
so
this
average
place,
Joe.
but, like, it could just be total bullshit. I do have, so on a comment on this article, if we can call it that, a user by the name Jeff posted on June 5th, 2017, quote, "When I was a child, I say around 1978, was in my grandfather's garage. I saw a spider unlike anything I ever saw before. It had an elongated thorax, was brownish in color, hairy like a tarantula, and as big as a 5-gallon bucket as it was sitting on. Now, kids' eyes sometimes play tricks, but no one will convince me I was seeing things. It was real and scared the hell out of me. As big as the 5-gallon bucket it was sitting on. That's a big-ass fucking spider. I have no context of where this guy is at, but it was in 1972. I've seen some big spiders, but I've never exaggerated them to the point where it was like, it was the size of the fucking bucket.
Yeah, no. Just trying to piece them together, like.
It's weird.
There's no doubt that people know what a spider is.
That's the
some
fucking
level.
thing. So I guess if you want to start talking about what are some maybe suggestions that people are saying, like, this is what you're seeing, it's not a fucking 6-foot spider. One of the ones that I kept seeing would be like a misidentification of a coconut crab.
Coconut crab, yeah, for sure.
Which is the largest terrestrial arthropod and can grow over 3 feet. It is estimated that it is probably the upper size limit for terrestrial animals with an exoskeleton.
Yes,
from my research, they are native to the Indian Ocean, but aren't found any further west than the coasts of Tanzania.
Yeah.
So in the Congo is a ways out from like the furthest they're supposed to be west.
Yeah, so they're on the like Indian Pacific side
Yes.
of Africa. Congo is on the Atlantic side of
Congo's
Africa.
kind of in the middle, isn't it? Well,
I saw it like go from the middle towards
specifically the Belgian Congo was close to Tanzania, but it had to be like all the way through Tanzania before you're there. So if they're only supposed to exist on the coast of this, like, it's not likely that you're going to see one there. So, I mean, I don't think that it would like necessarily be the case, but if you did see one there, like, you wouldn't be expecting to see one there. So for sure, it would be weird.
It'd be a surprise,
and also like if I don't see them like in Missouri.
Yeah,
that like
anywhere
that's fucking
in the States.
I mean, like, yes, there is a fucking river that runs through the state, but like, it's landlocked. There's not connected to the ocean. And we connect to fucking Missouri. Like,
I feel like during all the times we talked about, like, I don't know, would a World War II, like somebody from the World War II come bring back a crab from that region for some reason?
I mean, I'll definitely there will be a picture in the description of
coconut crab.
The coconut crab, yes, excuse me.
Quite large.
They're big and they're fucking weird looking, but everybody's describing these as like being very quick as well, and coconut crabs are not fast.
Yeah.
And I feel like I know the difference between a crab and a spider, and I get if you only see it very briefly, it's going to be weird, but if they're specifically describing hair, like it looked like a porcupine, and a lot of the ones in the Congo specifically are talking about having webs and that shit as well. And in New Guinea, there's
100%.
webs with them. They're in a web, that shit. Like,
coconut crabs don't do that.
They're not going to get stuck in a web. They're too heavy for that. First of all, there's no way they're not even supposed to be there. There's fucking, I don't know. I get where the explanation comes from based on looking at a coconut crab. Like, they look fucking weird, but.
And that was really the only one I ever saw.
So, I mean, if you want to talk about like the largest spiders, I can get into those a little bit real quick.
Okay.
So there's the largest spider by weight is the South American Goliath Birdeater, a type of tarantula weighing in at just over 6 ounces. This nightmare measures 12 inches in length, and its feet have hardened tips and claws that produce a very distinctive clicking sound. It has 3/4-inch long fangs that can sometimes reach up to 1.5 inches in length. Its bite can deliver venom that is not deadly to humans, but it's described as feeling like a nail being driven through your hand. Also, I read that when it is disturbed, its first defense is to rub its body with its back legs, which releases tiny hairs that have like microscopic barbs on them, which are very painful and itchy. Like if you get them stuck in your eye, and they can be stuck there for like fucking days.
Ugh, what an asshole.
Also, these spiders hunt from leaf litter the same way that the giant spiders are said to.
Fucking.
Just real quick, the other like widely considered, another spider that is like widely considered the largest spider by leg span is the giant huntsman spider native to Laos. This guy is measured at about a foot in length also, but its body is like less girthy than the Goliath Birdeater. But both are definitely nightmare fuel. So I'll have links to photos of both of those if you're feeling masochistic today.
I just thought of something. We talked
what's
about
up?
Spider crabs in the past.
Spider crabs. So you're talking about Japanese spider crabs. They're about 12 feet in length from what I remember,
large.
But they're native to Japan.
Okay.
It's very unlike
I
anywhere
was
else.
just
And
looking up where they were native
They're not
to.
they're not terrestrial. They are underwater.
Right.
They don't come up at all. Like they can't stand out of water because they're so lanky. Their legs are like fucking 12 feet long. They're ridiculous. I'll post a picture of those ones as well.
Okay.
So they just like they wouldn't be able to fucking function without like the low gravity in water. I don't know if you call it low gravity.
The buoyance.
There you go, fucking whatever the shit. Like I'm not a scientist.
Nor am I.
But
I just had that idea because they're
it
more
wouldn't be
spider-like
walking around
than
for sure. They're
a
fucking
crab.
disgusting. It's unreal. Like I've seen some of those in an aquarium before, and it's actually disgusting.
12 feet.
I think it was in Denver. Either way,
fuck you.
it's absolutely nuts,
Fuck
man. It's
you.
absolutely crazy. But I don't think that that's what people are seeing.
No.
I mean, the only other thing I have in my notes to include is that meth is a hell of a drug. Like, I don't know what the fuck else to tell you here.
Rampant in the Congo? Like, it's just like meth grows on trees there or what?
You make meth. I don't fucking know.
I know,
like,
dude.
I'm just like, are people fucking just tripping and seeing giant spiders? Is it just like it was big and you're
I was
like,
scared and
it was way closer to your fucking face than you thought it was, and you're like, oh my god, it's a fucking 5-foot spider, but it's like 4 inches and like 2 inches away from your eyeball, and you just don't realize it. But I mean, that one dude like it grabbed his canteen. I don't even know if a fucking
spider grabbed.
I
his
don't
canteen.
even know if a dude made that up and told the story. It might have just been the fucking. I don't know.
Yeah, I that was hard to believe, that one. Most of them are rather hard to believe.
The ones in the Congo are more compelling.
100%.
Because you have, in most of those instances, there is a web associated with it, except for the Lloyd's encounter where it just like ran across the road quick. But there's 2 of them there who witnessed it. So whatever they're seeing, at the very least, looks like a spider that is very fucking big. I want to say, like, I did some research on just like spiders that exist in the Congo, and the biggest one that I found in my, I don't know, 5-10 minutes that I looked into that specifically was something called the bamboo spider, which I think was like just shy of 8 inches, which is still
pretty
a big
large
spider, but like you're not gonna fucking
confuse it with a 5-foot
think
spider.
that it's a fucking jungle cat, and it ends up being a fucking spider that is a fucking 5-6 foot leg span. Like, that's huge, right?
Yeah, that's enormous. I didn't do very much research on this part. My Jimmy John showed up, so I
it's
got
fucking
distracted.
zoned out. Yeah.
But
not a sponsor, but definitely could be. You've paid me a lot of money before.
Dude. Same. Also, the spider's lungs were like, I read somewhere that the spider's lungs keep it from getting over. Like, they have like a maximum height based on their lungs and like the way their lungs function.
That's based on their lungs?
Yeah, it was super weird, and I'm sorry I didn't get into it more.
I have a small bit about some sizing stuff. Yeah, they have like respiratory system limits that the respiratory system that limits the size that they can achieve, and their exoskeleton could not support the weight, making a spider that is this size not possible.
Right.
But I am also not a scientist.
Same.
I just read this
on the internet.
little bit about like they can't get to that size. I mean, sure, like if just like the ones that you know of, I guess like I can't definitively say that like something isn't like. I mean, maybe it's not technically a spider, but it's just a different arthropod that is like super fucking weird for some
and
reason, or
spin webs.
Shit, that would make it a fucking spider at that point. Yeah,
I don't know. I'm not a scientist.
Where are you at on this?
I think it's not out of the realm of possibility. 5 foot, we might be pushing it. 3 foot.
I think
more
1
possible?
foot is like the biggest that we know of. The Huntsman spider and the Goliath Birdeater were both like
just beasts.
That, but 3 feet is fucking huge.
I don't know what else it could be.
Lose my goddamn mind over that.
What else could it be unless all of those stories are made up? And there's more than we shared today.
There's a lot of shit about just giant spiders in general. It's kind of hard to find like more of the like legendary and mythological ones without specifically running into
J'ba Fofi.
But or you'll either run into that or like the Goliath Birdeater and stuff like there's like real ones, and then you'll find like fucking fake videos and jump scares and shit like that, and it's never anything. Like I did not find a photo that I was like, yeah, this is actually a photo of a fucking giant spider.
Ass spider, yeah.
There's a bunch of fake photos. There's a bunch of fucking fake videos. But I can't fucking, you know what I mean? I can't.
It's also like, it's almost like an instinctual fright. Like most people are scared of spiders. Like everybody I know is like,
I'm not afraid of spiders, but like when you have to like get rid of a spider, whether you're like trying to catch it or kill it or whatever the fuck you do, like there's something about it.
Uncomfortability.
That's just, like, they seem fucking smarter than like regular bugs, like ants too. But like I don't give a fuck about ants. Spiders seem like there's something different
bit more
going
intelligent.
on there. I don't know why, but they just seem like, and fucking they're a little bit ruthless. Like they're quick, they're smart. If there's one that big, I'd just be fucking worried about it.
Just doing whatever the fuck
I'd be fucking
wants.
worried about. Yeah, man. Like that thing go unchecked. Like fucking, I saw specifically like, prey on birds, reptiles, monkeys, and even small antelope. Like
Omega nopes. Fuck that thing.
Omega nopes. Somebody's embodying Twitch chat.
Yeah, dude. No,
I
don't want them to exist.
I don't, but like I feel like it definitely could. There could be a species of spider that is bigger than any
Congo
spider that we know that it exists. As far as I know, if we're going to fucking have an episode about the Mongolian death worm,
right?
That is a worm that is electric, and consider that as a possibility. Like, you know what I mean? Could there be a spider that's bigger than the spiders that we know now? Yeah, sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, dude. Like 100%. Spiders are already venomous and have fangs and look exactly like you were describing them. You know what the eggs look like, what they look like when they're young. Like it seems like there's some validity to this. Maybe they're not in as great of numbers as they used to be, but yeah, probably. I'm sorry. Probably.
If you live in the Congo, reach out and let us know.
You likely don't listen to this show.
If you're going to the Congo, keep your eyes out for the giant 5-foot spiders.
Jesus, bring some raid.
I really don't know how you missed that, though. It's just like, what the fuck?
I mean, animals in the wild are typically very scarce. They don't want to. I mean, people are.
They're also a little bit better at staying quiet than humans are. Humans are loud and obnoxious, and like they're a little bit more graceful through the forest. And
yeah, I mean, things can move through there unnoticed and undetected
also, you've got
a lot
8
easier.
legs, so.
I mean, people can too if you're like actively like focusing on that. But I think animals just instinctively like move quieter in most instances.
Yeah,
like sometimes, like for sure, like they make a bunch of noise or like fucking play with each other and shit and make noise, but
yeah, animals are weird. Humans are weird. Giant spiders are possible.
I think so.
I agree.
why don't you head over to social media and just like DM us, let us know what you think, or join us on that Discord and hop in on that episode talk channel. And let us know what you think about this too.
Would love to know if you have any better experience with large spiders.
Should we check in on this Instagram poll?
Yeah, what did I say? What did I say it was?
There's what is worse, a giant centipede or a giant spider over on Discord.
Just lighten it up.
Centipede or spider? All I can imagine is which would be worse, having tried to get up your butt, and both are equally horrifying. Centipede wins for me, but not by much. Thanks, Levi.
We had
fucking gibbies. Centipedes are like death slinkies.
That's good. Agreed. Somebody had a comment. I'm trying to pull up here.
What do you got for the poll itself?
Anyway, the votes are 4 votes for centipede, 3 votes for spiders. Seems like maybe people are less scared of spiders than they used to be.
So 57% voted for centipedes.
Yes.
Fucking like a house centipede though, like they're gross.
They are just rough. Fucking nasty, dude. Just fire.
It's all bad.
I want a torch.
Bad. They're both awful. Yeah, kill it all with fire.
We did have some votes on
you
on
hit
Facebook.
That Facebook because it auto shares that one too.
Yeah, so 66% on centipede, 34% spider.
Okay.
So
centipede for sure has been decided as the worst. Make sure you're following us on social media so you can.
I think it's the fucking legs
and answer those. Yeah, the more legs it has, the more nopes are associated with it. So again, head over to social media. Then you'll know when we're recording and have a chance to answer on that.
And while you're there, leave a review, which we will share.
Yeah, we have some reviews. Let's do those quick. We have finally somebody from Canada has left a review. I've been calling you out, Canada, for a while now. Finally, somebody has left a review. Alas. The username is just some Canadian from Canada.
Wow.
So this is on April 25th. It's almost a month ago at this point. But greetings from Canada. Stumbled upon this. Oh, yeah. Then 2 Canadian flags. Stumbled upon this podcast through Reddit. Binged every episode available over a couple days. The hosts are hilarious, and I look forward to episodes to come. Great job, guys. Keep it up. Thumbs up. Okay sign. Fire. Fuck yeah. Thanks, dude.
Yeah, hell yeah. Greetings, our northern brother.
Stumbled upon this podcast through Reddit. I don't know what the fuck that means, but okay.
So somebody...
I know what Reddit is, but...
Somebody had said something about us on Reddit.
Oh, somebody mentioned us on Reddit in relation to, like,
I want to find who it is and shout out to them.
I think we already maybe did.
We talked about it at one point. I feel like it was Levi Dives. Are you on Reddit?
Yeah.
Did you see this one?
Hold on.
Somebody, like... in r/game grumps. Shout out to Counting Cryptids podcast and their amazing Discord for having a discussion about the old is grape ape a kaiju question. Posted this whole thing from fucking Discord on Reddit.
Oh, fuck yes.
It was Titan Lord.
Oh,
Nathan.
So Nathan, because it was his conversation.
You just copied this over there. Anyway.
I'll take it.
But no, here's the real deal we were just talking about. Chopi da Churro.
Oh, that's who it was?
Yeah, I've been listening to Lore and Counting Cryptids on Spotify, and I need more Creepy Cryptids podcasts in my life.
Nope,
Any
that was
suggestions?
a different one.
That was a different one.
The original one from Reddit was Counting Cryptids is super informal, but still good. Almost word for word, I remember that one.
Yeah, I
feel like you
cannot
sent it
find
to
it.
me. I'm fucking... Hold up. Let me look at media that you
months
sent
ago.
Hang on. Yeah, it's right here. Fucking immediately when I pull it up on my phone.
What the fuck?
Sean Von Slees.
Oh yeah, Sean. Fuck yeah.
UK Sean.
Nice.
I believe that's homeboy with
Yeah.
a package on the way. He said Counting Cryptids is super informal but still good.
Literally what Jacob just
Literally
said.
word for word.
So thank you, Sean, for getting a new Canadian listener.
Yeah, fucking.
And thank you, new Canadian listener, for listening.
Leaving the review and listening.
And,
yes,
reviewing.
Yes.
Fuck yeah. Stoked about it.
Excellent. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if Reddit is where all of this fucking ridiculous number of downloads is coming from. If it is,
fucking,
let us know somewhere. Like, that's rad, or go upvote that shit on Reddit. Like,
I have been
thanks for
upvoting
the
that
downloads,
shit.
Guys. Like, Jesus,
appreciate it. Somebody out there wants to make a subreddit, go for it. I cannot. At this point in my life, I cannot do all of it.
So last episode, we did an episode. We talked about atmospheric beasts.
Yes, we did.
Yeah. So between atmospheric beasts and a giant spider, who wins?
Spiders.
I think I go atmospheric beasts.
Spiders.
If they're responsible for abducting humans and fucking animal mutilations, I think they could fucking eat a spider. What's a spider going to do to a cloud?
It's going to get caught in its web.
The cloud? I feel like no way, dude.
You can't think of it as a cloud. It's like more of a very thin membrane.
Fuck. I forgot about a web. The web is good, but I don't know if it knows that anything is in its web. If it like weighs nothing
Super
and
light.
is invisible, you know what I mean? Like, I think I'm going atmospheric beasts on this. You're going spiders?
I'm going spiders. They got fangs. We don't them.
Fucking bubble. We don't go against each other often, so this is exciting. I guess we'll have a winner in the next 2 weeks when you all let us know what you think. So head over to social media.
It's spiders.
All right, let us know if it's fucking spiders or clouds. Atmospheric beasts or...
Vote for spiders on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
J'ba Fofi.
I don't know if we mentioned us fucking stealing this guy's audio of him saying it.
I don't know who it is. Shout out to that guy.
I don't think we did. No, it's from Paranormal World. Only 669 views on YouTube.
Go watch that video. I've seen the guy before. I don't know if it was in relation
Definitely
to this.
just read the first paragraph on Wikipedia and took a clip from a History Channel show, but...
so it's not really copywriting if you're copywriting copywritten stuff.
Appreciate the pronunciation, brother.
Yeah, nobody else on the internet has it.
I watched so many fucking videos trying to find a pronunciation. Nothing. I was like, we're just going to have to call it the Congolese giant spider. Like, I don't know what to do here.
This guy came in clutch, so thank you.
All right, so we asked that 1v1 last week between atmospheric beasts and the Flatwoods monster.
We did.
Which was the episode prior to that. What did the people have to say on social media that you don't have pulled up, Connor?
Correct. On our social media, we asked the question whether atmospheric beasts or flatwood monsters would win.
Yes.
And on Facebook, flatwood monster dominated atmospheric beasts, 87% to 13%.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, easy peasy. I agree with that. Twitter is a little more close, 57%, 43%. So flatwoods came out on top there. And then... not as hard of a spanking as Facebook gave the atmospheric beast, but 71% to 29% flatwood monsters in the lead. Grand total of 77% of the votes went towards flatwood monsters.
That makes a lot of sense to me.
Big old dookie on top of atmospheric beasts.
All right.
Which is kind of disappointing because I like the idea of atmospheric beasts.
I do as well, but maybe they'll hold up better against some spiders, as I think they will.
They will not. They will get trapped in the web and be popped like balloons.
Insert pop the bubble meme here, but I think I got you on this one. The people will let us know. Head over to social media and please help settle this debate before it results in fisticuffs.
I'm going to make t-shirts.
These are fucking people who've been asking for a while, and they still haven't been made.
Whenever you post a picture of a spider, just put hashtag vote for spiders.
Nobody's gonna want to keep going there and posting pictures of spiders because of the pictures of spiders.
Post your favorite pictures of spiders on our.
I'm not saying there's not
page.
a cute picture of a spider that exists, but like
all the spider pictures you can find.
No, I mean, I've
Flood the
I don't know if I'm
Discord.
gonna be able to fucking sleep tonight. The number of fucking spider pictures that I've had to look at today, and just like giant spiders, like it's gonna be a rough night.
I really
sure.
tried to avoid the spider pictures
I looked at
as
a
best
lot.
as I could.
I looked at a lot of photos. Ugh.
You got anything else for episode 8? No?
Nah, fucking. Thanks for listening,
Appreciate the downloads for sure. Like,
everybody. Thank you for listening. Thanks for the love.
join the Discord, Facebook group,
Social media, Discord,
Twitter.
you know, all that shit.
shout us out on Reddit.
Yeah,
Leave us a
fucking go
review.
upvote those the nice things that people have said about us on Reddit.
Yeah. And we'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Thanks again. Bye.
Peace. Thanks for checking out this week's episode.
If you want to get your 2 cents in, answer this week's polls on social media.
You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, as well as Discord.
Links for all the social media, as well as everything else we talked about on the show, are available at gobblesquatch.com.
If you have any questions, concerns, suggestions, or you just want to chat, you can email us at countingcryptids@hotmail.com.
Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and tell your friends.
I've been Connor,
I've been Jacob.
and we'll see you in a couple of weeks for another fascinating installment of Counting Cryptids.